Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. How are you all this fine Saturday? I have been cleaning out my art room. Well, not cleaning it out, but cleaning off my desk so I could start new projects. And I ran across my Happy Mail from Janet Nash that I had lost. I have probably had this for 2 weeks. And the very first day I got it, I was on the kitchen table opening it, and my cat, Milkshake, jumped up, and she has a paper fetish, and she grabbed it. It did suffer a slight injury, but I will still be able to use it. I watch Janet Nash every Monday on her lives, and she always says plug in a number between 1 and 150. She uses an auto generator, picks a number, and then whoever wins gets a bit of Happy Mail from her. I was a winner. So I got this in the mail. I took this away from Milkshake because I did not want her to annihilate it, and I stuck it somewhere safe, and you know how that goes. It was so safe that I couldn't find it for 2 weeks. So I found it tidying up my art room. I was searching the house for it. Somehow it got carried out here into the art room with other items, and I was looking in the wrong place. So Janet makes her envelopes out of magazine pages sometimes. She really just makes things out of whatever she has. Love, love, love her ideas. So I will tear this apart. Actually, will probably, since she has stitched on it, I will probably use this as a pocket in my journal. So there's that. She sent me a cute little painty paper with an adorable mushroom house on it. It says, "To Amy with love from Janet and Freddie." I will post this just as it is in my art journal because this is special to me. We've got a little snippet of material with a stamp on it. My end frame, yes. A little painty paper with some hearts. A tea bag. One of her fantastic little whimsical fairies, in which I want to try to do. It's a tag. It says, "Hello." And look, it's an artist trading card. It says, "Hello, friend." On the back, it says, "This is a great idea. I've never made an artist trading card before. But if you do and you swap them, this is great. You put the artist's name, the title, and the date. This is great." I got my first artist trading card. I've never had one before. I've heard of them. I know people swap them. But, oh, look, this is a little mushroom down here. And I've never had one. So, Janet, you have just gifted me with my first artist trading card. What do you call them? ATC. A little snippet of fabrics. One of her cute little cactuses coming out of a teacup. And another piece of painty paper. So these I will use on a page in my art journal. Probably use it all on the same page. And I will title that page my Janet Nash page. Then I got some more Happy Mail from Carrie Ann Hutchison. Carrie Ann, we have a town here in Kansas. It's called Hutchinson. So it's very close to yours. So I will accidentally, I'm sure, call you Hutchinson. But Carrie Ann has her own YouTube channel. You need to go check her out. Did I write down your name of your channel? Let's see if I did. Carrie Ann. I will look that up and link her down below in the basement. Carrie Ann has her own channel. This was a piece of painty paper in which I have already started using. I got some very old Montgomery Ward catalog pages. let's see here. She wrote in her note what the year was. Let's see if we can find my little note real quick. I will also be able to use her. I will be able to use all of this. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Well, anyway, it's a Montgomery Ward catalog, okay? It's very old. We'll probably run across her little letter in here. Look at this. I've already used this. I've already torn into it. It was a big piece of painty paper. And it's Beautimus. And then my pages from my Montgomery Ward catalog, in which will be fantastic little images to put on tags and stuff. She sent me a deli sheet with some stamping and some doodling on it. Just all kinds of stuff that I can use. Stamping, deli paper again with gold. I don't have much gold. I need to get some and use it more. I might have some. I need to dig through my... Look at this little gal sitting here. Just sitting in the moonlit night. Thinking, oh, this is her. Carrie Ann loves to create. Okay, but I'll put it down in the bottom. The catalog is $18.94 to $18.95. She also has some recipe papers in here from her mama's cookbook called Out of Vermont, which is 1939. I love. I also stamped you some bird stamps from Susan Rose Art and Rubber Dave made me a Rolodex card. Oh my gosh. I saw that in here. I was wondering if it'll fit in my Rolodex. Thank you for being unique and always brighten my day. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Look here. Carrie Ann loves to craft, not create. I will put it down in the basement. This is Tiff Goff Smith and Stencil Girl. Doors. Janet Nash. You would love that. She loves doors. Here's some fabric I get to use for my slow stitching. Or pockets. That would make cute pockets also. Fabric. Some painty fabric, which is exactly what I do with my towels that I wipe my brushes on and stuff. I save them for another date. Thank you. More deli sheets. This is what I call fodder. I feel like when you do repetitive things on here to tear apart and use, that's what I thought fodder was. So in my mind, this is fodder. This is out of her mama's cookbook. Look. Isn't this awesome? Those will be fun. These are botanicals and birds. Isn't that cute? Oh, look at this little image. I need to do a forest. I need to do, what do you call it? A whimsical forest book. I need to use this and start a folder of like whimsical forest, woodland forest. That's what it'd be called. Actually, if this is the garden spider, this is my favorite spider, although I don't know that it is. Anyway. Some more botanicals. This is some really cool paper. It's almost fabric-y. Ooh, and it sounds wonderful. Some more fodder pages. Beautiful, beautiful. I love how that turned out. Look at these. Aren't these awesome? I don't even need to make any. Between you and Barry, you guys have got me set up. Never regret anything that made you smile. You know what? I love Mark Twain. I was born across the river from Hannibal, Missouri, where he lived, and in Quincy, Illinois, and I loved Tom Sawyer. I watched that movie over and over and would go out and pretend and play and run all over our property thinking I was Tom Sawyer. Look at this beautiful image. And you know, I almost thought about using this as my cover, you know, for my pot warmer, but I don't want to damage it because this feels old. But wouldn't that make it the perfect topper for my cup warmer? Look at this. Isn't this beautiful piece of vintage? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I need to get into my own journals. This is a package full of feathers, and I cannot wait to use this. Listen, these are guineas. These are guinea feathers. I've had guineas before. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Do you have guineas at your house, or do you live in town? Oh, there's more gibbles in there. Let's see if we can get everything out. This is not just guinea feathers. I have some little Tim Holtz people, I think. I think they are. I've never had any, but I've seen you guys play with them. I think these are the Tim Holtz people. And look at the birdies. Oh, listen, I already have a folder made. I'm making a birdie journal. I haven't started it yet, but I have my folder started with my birdie stuff in it. So I will put these in it. I'll put my guinea feathers in it. These all need to go back in that envelope. And this will be for my birdie journal. Oh, look. This must be my Rolodex. Let's see if it fits. Why, no, it doesn't. Darn it. Why do they make these different sizes? Why? I mean, I could make it fit, but I'd cut part of my birdie off. If it was over here, you know what? I don't want to chop it. I'm just going to put this in my birdie book. Birdie, the recycled hippie chick. Thank you, Carrie Ann. You're so sweet. Okay, this is all going in my birdie journal. I'll put that all in my file marked birds. Look at this, 19, I think it says 33, Maple Ridge. It almost looks like maybe it's a tennis court. It's probably the Women at the Country Club. Vancouver Drug Company. This is cool. Thank you, Carrie Ann. So, that is my Happy Mail that I found, you guys. I'm going to move these over. Now, the first thing I want to ask you is, I got this spool. Have I already asked you this, or did I show this to Ricky? I got this spool. I've got two of them. I got this one and a brown one. It looks like maybe it was a big, huge bolt and they did cutoffs on it. It's thick. It's almost canvasy. It's like what you would make a handbag, what do you call those? A bag, not a handbag, but you know those bags like you would carry your groceries home from the store. It's thick like that. What can I do with this, you guys? Besides belly bands, I mean, there's got to be something. Oh my gosh. I think I just answered my question. Just start sewing material on it and make it snippet rolls, right? But any other ideas besides snippet rolls or belly bands, let me know, because, you know, there's probably 2 bajillion yards on here. So I need to figure out something and start doing that. Okay, today I want to do 2 little kinds of paper clip. I'm not prepared. Let me get my clips and my other doohickey. Okay. I need to make some of these hidden paper clip things that go over your page like this. I made some of these the other day, and this paper is so fragile that it taught me a lesson that you have to really be careful about the paper that you put on it. So, see, it's even worn at the top just from building it. So, I want to make some more of those, and my friend Barb and her sister Gypsy were over the other day, and Barb showed me how to make these little, just a little clip pocket that also you can put over your page to put a tiny little tag in. So I wanted to make some of those. This is my sample. This is another one. Just put tiny little tags in there. So I wanted to make some of those today, and I wanted to make some of these today. So that's what we're going to do. I thought what I would do is make these. I thought we'd make them out of 4 different papers. A map, a painty paper, a magazine paper, and a magazine paper. I wanted to get 4 different papers, but I didn't. Let's see if I can find... Let me get a piece of another kind of paper. Okay, we'll do one of them a scrapbook paper. Okay? Now, the first thing we have to do, I'm going to start with the big one because it's been a couple days since I made one, and I want to make sure I remember. Okay, so we have to fold it in half. Okay. I act like I know what I'm doing. I've only done this once. And obviously I did not get it cut straight, but that's okay because it's a junk journal. And then we folded these 2 over like this. Okay. And then we folded these in like an airplane. But I'm not going to go clear to my crack because I don't want it to bind up. Okay. Now, I'm going to put my paper clip in it. Now, in between those pieces up there, and now I'm going to go ahead and glue it. Come on, baby, don't fail me. I don't want to ruin that sewing needle. Not really a fan of these metal tips. And I cannot see that white. I cannot see where I have glued and where I haven't. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do is I'm just wanting to glue in there so that paper clip is in there. Okay. Now, I'm not wanting to glue this. I'm wanting to glue my flappies down. Okay. don't want to glue it together, so I let it come out. Now, this one, I'm just going to do the bottom and this little side. Because it's going to be a pocket. And this one, I'm just going to do the side and the bottom. And voila. I suppose you all already knew this, and I suppose you've made 10 million of them. Well, I haven't. So, this is my first. I mean, my friend Barb made them, but there we go. Now, let's make a little tag to go in there. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Well, it didn't take me long to clutter up this desk. Let's go ahead and just put this guy on there. So we'll know how big we need to make the width. We can make it a little longer because this is a short little guy. I'm going to give him just a tiny little border. Okay, now, let's see how big we need him. I want him to stick out just a teeny bit. So let's do him that big. Oh. There we go. Now, let's ink him up. This is Earth Day, you guys, so I hope you're all making something out of nothing. Because we don't need to be using... We need to be using what's going to go to the landfill. You know what I mean? I was listening to Christina Shack this morning. I wrote down, she said, junk journal, because there's enough paper and stuff already out there to reuse. I'm going to put that, I'm going to type that as a quote and make her name on it, Christina Shack, because it was so true. You know, that's what a junk journal is. Junk journal is stuff we are saving from the landfill. You know, I have this pet peeve about buying all this stuff. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to go into it because I don't want to offend any of you who may be a collector of all the stuff. I'm not even going to go there. So, anyway, you know how I feel about all that. Here's our first one. Ta-da! There's one. Now, let's get one of these magazine pages. Try it. We fold it in half first. And I'm going to go ahead and glue as we go along here. I'm putting the fat part to the outside. See how there's a short part and a fat part? I'm putting the fat part on the outside because that gives you more clippage surface. Okay? You can do how you wish. It's artist's choice. Man, I kind of like... Oh, just do it. Just do it, Amy. Just do it. Don't decide which part you like better and all that good jazz. Just do it. Okay, we're going to glue that down. Then we're going to fold these sides in, and I'm sure you could measure and bone folder and all that stuff if you wish. I'm not. Okay? I'm going to scoot this over, though, so it's more in the middle. There we go. Now I'm going to fold my airplane flaps down. We all, you don't have to go buy scrapbook paper. I mean, look, magazines have the prettiest images in them and patterns and colors. And if you don't like the shiny part of it, go over it with matte gel. It'll dull it up. Matte it down. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that going to be cute? Okay, so we're going to cross the bottom and up the side on that one and across the bottom and up the side on that one. You could actually do two. You could tuck one in the back and one in front if you wished. I can see that. It could be a double little pocket. Let's see what we got here. That's too big. These are too big, so I'm just going to I'm just going to cut the little tag down, and that way when I find a little image, I'll put it on there. These scissors, I don't know if they need to be cleaned or what. I got to get some more. Those are not making my experience happy. There. Let's ink her up. Oh, I know what we can do. We don't need an image on here like from a magazine or something. I know what we can do. Let's just put a little stamp on there. I need black. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh. This might be too juicy. No, I don't think it will be. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, now we're going to let that dry for a little bit, or I don't know what. It just doesn't appear quite dry. So I'm going to set that one aside. Number 2 done. Let's do a map and see how a map page works. Probably should do it this way. No, how do we get it? How do we make it so that we can read it? If the crack's going to be up here, it would have to go like this. Okay, because that up here is where our little paper clip is going to go. There we go. Okay, let's get that glued. We'll only do 3 of this kind so I don't bore you, okay? Because we've already done a magazine page. Whoops, we got to get our... Let's put a larger one on this one. There we go. See how quickly, you guys? There we go. I've got to see the positive in this. I can't just see the negative in my clogged glue bottle all the time. I've got to find positive. WWJD, what would Janet do? I know what she would do. She's the most positive person I know. She would tip it up, it would be clogged, and she'd go, "Oh, lovely, lovely." Like that. She would make it wonderful that it's clogged. Beautiful clog. Maybe we could pull that glue out and use it on a dingle dangle, she would say. Right, Janet? I'm just amazed at how she sees the beauty in everything. There we go. Now, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, here we go. This one is going to get side and the bottom. Side and the bottom. Now, you could go back through if you wanted and put stickers on these or whatever you wanted. I mean, you know, I'm just making them. You could do anything. Let's pull this little sticker off and put it on there. You can't see it very well, but that's okay. I kind of wanted to put this little guy in there. And I think he will fit. We'll make his little face poking out. I'm not even going to shape it. I'm going to keep it just how I ripped it out of the magazine. I'm going to have to scoot it over, though, because we're going to need every ounce of that width that we can to stick in there. We're going to go on down a little farther. Don't bark. It's just your daddy coming home. You should know that. I think. Or else he's dreaming over there. I hear him trying to growl in his sleep. Okay, that's way, 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 way too big. So we need to cut some of that off. There we go. Now, isn't he cute? That just about doesn't have enough ink on it. That's okay. Just wanted to grunge it up a teeny bit. Okay. There. See? Aren't these cute? Okay, we've got those done. Now, let's go on to our hidden paper clips. Okay. These, the base of these paper clips, and you've probably done a million of these also. You can use any old paper because you're not going to see it. So I'm just going to cut me some paper. to put my paper clips on. Okay. Because this is all going to be covered up. So you put your paper clip on, and then you take your next page that you want to put on it, and you glue it on. Maybe I should... Let's put it on this. Let's cut this down this line, because nothing on here is straight. I hope this didn't seem to be fragile. I hope it's not fragile. Let's see how straight I cut. Okay, now let's glue that bad boy on. I have stories to tell. I don't know how much time we have, whether I should be telling my stories or not. Maybe I should just do this process video and come back and do another one. Just work in my art journal where I don't have to tell you how to do anything, and I can tell you about my stories. Oh my gosh. I have a good story. It's a Goat Saga story. Now you just fold that over and glue it on. I just push it all down in there, so it's all around that paper clip. That is your base right there, okay? Don't let them glue together. I've definitely got it crooked here, so let's trim that off. I like to round the bottoms. You are the artist. You do what you want. If you have purchased a fancy schmancy corner rounder, use it. Otherwise, I just eyeball it. And I do not want that to glue together. Darn it. Okay, now what you do is I just put little clusters on there out of my smaller than $1. Because why not get rid of your stuff that's in your smaller than $1 bin? I'm just going to go ahead and use all of this. Oh, goodness sakes. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that beautiful? Okay. I'm just going to do that. Just stick it on there. Stick her on. Let's see what else we can find in here. Just whatever you can grab, just grab it and cluster it on. Let's do at least 3 little pieces, because they say we should. Let's get this little, well here, let's just put that on there. Let's tear this bottom part up. Let's put this down, put that over it. Now, I was wanting to use up my stamps, but look here. We have a picture of a stamp, so let's just go ahead and use it. I have a little pouch up there of stamps that whenever they're gone, that'll be one less thing in here I have to worry about. I am out to use up everything in this art room. No, I don't want to go back and get more stamps. You know why? Go back and get more stamps. I don't even know where they came from. Because there will be something else that can take the place of a stamp. For everything I get rid of in this art room, there will be something else that can take its place in a, an image replacement. There we go. There's one. Now, of course we need to ink it. Don't be yelling at me. I'm going to ink it. Honestly, you could do both sides of these because there will be a part of this on each side of your page. This goes on your page like this. So when you look at this page and flip the page, you're going to see this side too. So I have not done that. I put these in my naked junk journals. I figure whoever buys the junk journal can decorate the other side themselves. So that is one. Let's do another one. I cut one out. What did I do with it? Here it is. I've already got one started. Let's do another kind of paper over it. Let's see how fragile this is. Oh dear. It's an old book page. Yeah. See, I can't use that. No can do. I am not being picky. I'm just simply trying to find something that'll fit. That's not too brittle. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's just use this one. And I kind of want it to be, it's hard, if you put the whole page in there and glue it, it's hard to see where to cut. So I really kind of need to, get it at least partially cut down to size. I got to remember to just keep putting these papers away where they go, because I can end up with a whole desk full of papers by the time I'm done with a project. Now that is probably going to be crooked. I can kind of see it. Maybe not too bad. Okay, let's try that. Now, let's fold it over and do this way. That way it'll give us that Chinese, Japanese, whatever flavor text that is on both sides. Okay, let's do that. Aren't these easy, you guys? Aren't these easy? You know, Christina, when she was doing her today, the video she posted today was probably my favorite video ever that she's done. I don't know, it just spoke to me. I loved her little journal that she made. I loved the grunge factor that it had. I loved what she said about getting rid of our stuff, you know, that's going to go to the landfill and use it. And I loved that she said we have our, that she had another little saying in her journal. I wrote it down too. The golden key to an exceptional life was one of her little words that she put on there, on her page. And she said, you know, our art is our golden key because it has opened up, for number one, for me, I started this whole journey just for therapy. I can't afford therapy. I need to talk to somebody. So I started talking to the camera just to have somebody to vent on to. And look at all the people I have met. She said, we have met so many people that have become our tribe, like-minded, people that love the same thing. You know, there's times when I think I'm just a Fruit Loop because of the stuff I like and enjoy, until I get on here and realize there's other people out there that like the same thing I do. So I am amongst like-minded people. I'm not out there and odd. If I am, I have other people to be out there and odd with. And I'm just putting this in there because it's a little damp and I don't want it to stick together. And she was saying, you know, how we have found each other. And that is so very true. I so totally feel that way. I feel like I have family all over this world. I truly do. I feel like some of you, I know you. I feel like if I needed somebody to pray for me, I could contact you and you would. I feel like some of you have so much in common with me that if we sat down in a coffee house, we could talk for hours. I just feel like that about some of you. And it has been so healing, so fun. So I have learned so much. It's just, you know, I talk about this all the time. You guys have heard me say it before. I know. But I feel like God has used this social platform for good. I really do. For me, anyway. Anyway, go over and check out Christina's video today and see if you get spoken to through it. I did. I just love watching what she does. She's just so darn cute. You just want to squeeze her. Her giggle is infectious. I was yelling at her today. Darn it. I didn't want that one there. Oh, that would have been precious, wouldn't it? Jana would say. Oh, that would have been lovely. But I'm not going to put it there. We're just going to tear it off and put it where it needs to be. I was yelling at her today because she kept saying, I only have 10 minutes. Okay, mind you, I'm watching a 30-minute video. I only have 10 minutes before I have to take my dog to the vet. And then she says, I got to quit and go to the vet. And then she clicks back on. She's doing something else. I'm like, Christina, shut the video off and go to the vet. You're making me nervous. I was so afraid she was going to be late. Wait, this one needed to go under. Oh, how precious. Oh my, isn't it lovely? There we go. Now, what else can we stick on there? Let's see here. Let's get a piece of brown paper and just put a little stamp on it or a sticker and put it on there. I got all these stickers I got given to me that I may not use in a bajillion years, but by golly, we're going to try. I don't know that I want to put a flower on where there's a flower. Most of these are, guess what? Flowers. Don't we have any with any words on it? Here's one that says memories. Oh, it's square. That's okay. We can, well, let's just put the memories on there. How's that? There we go. I'll call that good. How long have we gone? I'm going to look at my time. Let's ink her up first. Let me put the stick. Let me put this back in here before the precious thing dries up. I think I'm gonna leave that on there till it dries, because I may have to glue that word on there because it already acted like it wanted to pop up. Let's go ahead and glue that. Then I'll look at the time and let you go. Then I'll probably come back on and do another one and tell you my story. If you have time for a goat story, there we go. Memories like the corners of my mind. Misty watercolor memories of the way we were. There we go. What do you think about that, you guys? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Look at that. Almost an hour and I didn't even talk about anything. We'll visit again in the next video. Bye-bye from Birdie.